now into 2021. Happy New Year to all of my friends, family, fans, if I have any, everybody out there capable of seeing this video. Today, I am with Ms. Erica Barnett, and I'm not going to tell too much of her story. I'm going to let her do that. But what I will say is that she is a phenomenal woman. She is a woman of God. She is active, very, very active in her community and in her church. She's currently active duty in the military, and she's just a servant. She's been serving for most of her life. Without telling too much of her story, I'm just going to move myself out of the way and bring her up. Miss Barnett, are you there?
Hey everybody. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. So, just so we're not all strangers, would you please tell us a little bit about you, who you are, and what you stand for, things like that?
First, of course, I'd like to give back to you, Mr. Elliott. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for your leadership and just thank you for being who you are. You're a servant leader. You're a great person. You're so trustworthy, knowledgeable, and you just give of yourself all the time. Um, as for me, my name is Erica Barnett, as you said, and I am from Brooklyn, New York. I reside in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I am in the military. I've been in the military for 24 years, and actually, in 15 days, it will be 25 years. So I'm coming up on my 25th anniversary in the military, and I'm a mother of three beautiful children, two adult men, and one young lady, 13 years old. I and basically me in a nutshell.
Okay. Okay. So you said you're from Brooklyn, New York. I'm sure that my followers want to know because I have a huge following in New Jersey since that's where I was born and spent most of my childhood. Everybody wants to know, Giants or Jets? We got to know.
Of course, it's Blue Nation country.
Okay. So we bleed blue around here. Just don't make no mistake about it. We want everybody to know that we bleed blue. Okay. So why did you get started in this business?
Uh, I got started in this business by happenstance. It was not something intentional. You invited me, and just to be completely transparent, I had a situation a few years ago that caused me to file bankruptcy, something I never planned for. It was an unfortunate situation that I was not prepared to deal with financially, but I had to deal with. And I almost lost my house. So the advice that I was given was to file for bankruptcy so that I would not lose my house. And essentially, I would be able to bounce back, which was what I was what I was told. This would be a great way to have a fresh start. And I didn't know of a company like Financial Education Services. And if I did, I would not be able to, I would not have had to do that because I would have learned more and learned how to mitigate my issues at that time. So when you asked me, hey, do you want to improve your credit? I was like, yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't want to improve their credit and their financial situation? I said yes, and you asked me, well, for $100 more, you can become a business partner. And I said, what does that mean? He said, well, you can improve your credit, and then you can offer the services to other people to improve their credit. Well, just because I know who you are and I trust you, I agreed upon it, and I said yes. I followed you into this blindly because I trust you and I know your character and who you are, and that's what brought me here today.
Okay. So, what kinds of things have you, since you've been in this business, and how long has it been?
It's been a little over a year and a half.
A little over a year and a half. Okay. So, in a year and a half, what are some of the things that you've helped people accomplish in that time frame?
Oh, it's been awesome because so of course when I came in I was skeptical because I never heard of credit repair, right? I always thought even when I did hear about it here and there, I always thought it was like a scam or something people were doing to maybe get over on having bad credit, not do it the right way. That's what I thought, right? I've been told just pay your bills, save your money, and your credit will be good. But that's not necessarily always true. People get bad credit for different reasons. There are a myriad of reasons why people have bad credit, and it's not only people that don't pay their bills that have bad credit. Just like me, I had great credit, great. I have a top secret SCI clearance in the Navy. I had to do a polygraph test. You can't just do a polygraph test and have an SCI clearance with bad credit. So I understand that you do have to pay your bills. You do have to be responsible, but there are things that happen to people that cause them to have bad credit, like people that go to school and pay their own way to school, have student loans, get jobs that they're not able to either keep, like in this situation in the pandemic. There are people that have really, really good jobs and weren't able to work because their businesses closed down, right? Maybe they weren't able to pay their bills. That doesn't mean they don't want to pay their bills. You understand what I'm saying? So I've met so many different kind of people's professionals that don't know how to recover from situations that they have ended up in that cause them to have bad credit, and they just need help and direction, and even just a kind of like a life coach to coach them out of that situation. So the things that I've done for people, I've helped people increase their credit score to be able to buy a car, to be able to buy a new house. I've had people that gotten divorces, and you know how divorces can be when you're with someone and then you get a divorce and you're splitting everything up. That can cause a financial strain on people. So it can create a problem where someone has a few late payments here and there, and that hurts your credit score too. So I've helped people get out of those situations where they have recovered and been able to go buy a house. That just feels good to help change the course of a person's life in a positive way.
Okay. All right. And what has the company done for you specifically in that year and a half time frame?
Help improve my credit because, like I told you, I came into this business skeptical, right? I only trusted you because and then I know you're a smart person, right? I always tell people you're a submariner. So in the Navy, a submarine, and you're a technician. You're not like, I'm not going to offend anybody by saying what I was thinking, but you're a technician, right? And you're a submariner, so you can't not be smart. Being a technician, you're sonar tech. So I said, well, he's a smart person. He has good character. I'm pretty sure he's not going to take me into something that is going to be a bad choice, right? But what sealed the deal for me personally is when I my credit increased by 114 points. And to see that happen after being in bankruptcy and people telling me, oh, you're not going to recover from that for 7 years, that's what I had in my mind. I had 7 years in my mind. I didn't expect no increase. I expected to be where I was for 7 years and just deal with that, right? And be comfortable with it. When I saw that, I said, nobody made me believe that there was hope for this to get better sooner. They just made me believe that I had to deal with 7 years of poor credit, right? So when I saw that, I said, I want to be able to be the person to help someone else see that hope and see that there's a way out of that. So that's what it's done for me and what I've been able to do for other people.
Okay, that's powerful. You shared a lot of personal stuff, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. And I'm sure our audiences appreciate your transparency and coming out and telling people, hey, I made a mistake, but that doesn't make me a bad person. That just means that I made a mistake, right? We are not we are not zero defect. I don't care what your religion is or what have you. There is no such thing as zero defect, and you should not live your life that way. Um, so in a year and a half now, when you joined the business in 2019, as far as society was going, the our economy was really in an upswing, right? Contrary to popular belief, our economy was actually starting to thrive when you came on board the business. Okay, then 2020 came, right, and right after our national convention, that's when everybody got hit with all of this chaos. Unemployment rate in the United States went up higher than it's ever been, and people were, now people who thought they had job security were now looking for, how am I going to feed my family, right? So how has your business performed in 2020 during all of this chaos?
So interestingly enough, last year, 2019, I'm sorry, year before last, 2019, my business did not do as well as it did in 2020, where some businesses were closing and shutting down and shutting their doors. My business actually tripled profits in 2020. And I expect that this year we will do even better.
Okay, so even during the pandemic and everything, now you were blessed to already have um, a pretty decent income, right? That wasn't threatened, right? Because the military, our pay wasn't affected, to be really transparent about it, right? But when you start thinking about, what if, right? What if we weren't in the military? What if we were working for some of those big companies, and we had these secure positions, but because nobody was working and people stopped spending money and things like that, at those places like restaurants and things like that that had to shut their doors for an unforeseen amount of time, and when nobody predicted that this was coming, right? Your business was still thriving and actually, multiplied substantially, right? So that in itself is a real blessing, right? So now I understand that you've done network marketing or multi-level marketing in the past. Would you mind sharing some information about that with us?
So yeah, I've done network marketing in the past. I've done I've done a few network marketing. I believed in the network marketing structure, especially today. Network marketing will be leading in e-commerce because of just the way we live. We live on social media. And even in this pandemic, and I believe that's why our business in network marketing has thrived because we live on social media. And even any business you do, the advice is to advertise on social media, and that's what network marketing is, and a little bit more than that. So I've done a few network marketing. I've done Mary Kay, I've done Herbalife, I've done Tupperware, I've done Princess House, I've done a few, right? And I enjoy network marketing. I enjoy it for the fact that it's about just getting with the people that you trust, um, and them referring you to a trustworthy product. That's what network marketing is about. It's People always say it's a pyramid scheme. But do people understand what a pyramid scheme is? Everything is shaped as a pyramid. Your corporation is shaped as a pyramid. The Navy is a pyramid. There's one person at top on the top that's in charge of everybody on the bottom. That's a pyramid. A scheme is something that is a strategy. You know, um, it's not anything that's illegal. It's me telling you that this product is good and that you should trust this product. That's how I started using Mary Kay, and that's all I use. And everybody always says, "Oh, your face is so beautiful. Your skin is so beautiful." And it's because I use a trusted product. Somebody came to me and told me something. I trusted it, and I've been using it for years. Right? It's the same thing with anything else. We use network marketing in everything we do. You watch a movie, you like the movie, you call your friend, you say, "Yo, you need to go check out this movie." That is networking. Marketing is when you post it on Facebook and say, "Hey, I just went and checked this movie out. You guys need to go see it. It was awesome." So I trust the network marketing structure.
Okay. And that's a lot. That's very powerful there. Because you have joined so many other companies But now I'm no genius, but with all of those different companies, you left them for a reason, right? Yet with our company, you've been very successful. So what makes this company different than all of those other companies or all those other network marketing companies that you've dealt with in the past?
Well, I always intended to go back into network marketing when I retired. That was never it was never a plan not to do it. It's the whole fact of what company I was gonna go with. And my intention was going with a company like Mary Kay because I love their product. But for me, the reason why I like who I'm with now is because what I'm offering is financial literacy, which helps families. It doesn't just help the individual. If I sell a person some makeup, that's going to make them look beautiful, right? That's them as an individual. That doesn't help make them and their family look beautiful. I mean, yes, them walking with their family makes helps, improve the family, uh the family look, but it doesn't help the family as far as edification, building the family's legacy up. The point is that when you help somebody understand financial literacy, investing, how credit scores work, the importance of credit scores, I'm helping people that never intended to buy a house prepare their credit score for them to buy a house. That's what I'm doing. I'm helping people build their legacy for their children, for their family, especially single mothers. They never thought they can do what I'm helping them and making them believe. Yes, you can do this. If you can pay somebody your rent and make somebody else rich, you can buy a house. That's what I'm helping. I'm helping people walk into an opportunity that I see people with talents, or I see a potential in a person. I said, oh, they would be good in this company. And I said, come aboard. I can mentor you. I can help you. I can help you get time freedom. I can help you build your own business where you don't have to leave your home. You can stay home with your children, raise them. You don't have to be at some job slaving, uh, being away from your children, not knowing who they with or who watching them. I can offer them that so that they can have the freedom, the financial freedom and the time freedom to build a legacy. That is more than just offering an individual product to improve them as an individual. That's more to me. And that's why I always intended to go into network marketing. But now, this is more than I believe I'm a person of purpose. I believe my purpose is to serve people and to serve them, to add value to them. So this serves the purpose that I believe I was put here for, is to help people. That's what I do in the Navy. That's the only thing I enjoy in the Navy, right? I mean, I love being an IT, but that being IT is fixing computers, right? And you help people, you give them something that allows them to network with other people seamlessly. However, there's no gratification in that. If you're a technician, you know that people only like you when the network goes down and it comes back up. But on a daily basis, you're invisible to them, right? But when you help somebody and they call you and they say, hey, Miss Erica, my credit score went up 50 points in 60 days. That's something they never thought could happen. That's giving them knowledge that they never thought they could find. That's that's more valuable to me than money. And then the bonus is I get money to do it.
Okay. Okay. So if you were to grade yourself, and you've been completely transparent so far, so I believe that you're going to give us all the truth today. Um, if you were to grade yourself on, a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is horrible, 10 is perfect, what would your grade on financial literacy be before you joined our company?
before before I joined the company, there was a lot of tribal knowledge that I had. Like one of the biggest ones that I hear is that your credit is determined off of your debt to income ratio. That's not true, and I believed that for years, and I still hear people tell me that. Oh, my debt is so high. Yes, you have to pay down your bills, but that's not how your credit is calculated. So understanding how my credit is calculated, that has been like a huge. I knew bits and pieces of it, but I never knew the whole pie. I never knew the whole thing and how it was put together, like the percentage of what was, what, how much is late payments, what's the percentage of late payments to your whole credit score calculation, what's the percentage of credit capacity to your whole credit score calculation, how you can actually manipulate certain things that you do to increase your credit score. I never knew that. That's like having a formula to be able to manipulate your credit score to get what you want. It's amazing. So
Absolutely.
I would say right now, I would say before a two, and right now I'm pretty much like at a solid eight,
Okay. Okay.
seeking seeking to climb more.
Okay, well, congratulations on that. When you know better, you do better, right? So the reason that I asked that question is because I know that some of our Facebook friends, some of our real friends, some of our families, some people out there, they're looking for an opportunity, right? They want to do something, and they were on our post, either yours or mine, or in our inbox, and they would type info or type whatever our call to action is, and then instead of hitting send, they just delete it, right? There are certain people out there that are curious about how they can do the same things that you did, right? But they don't understand. Okay. Um, so what would you say? What would you say to those people? Those people who are curious, those people who are looking for an opportunity. They know you, they love you, they trust you, but they don't really understand what it is that you are doing, and they don't know that it's something that they can do.
Well, I'll tell you this: when I was in the Navy almost 25 years ago, I would ask them this: do they think I knew what I was getting myself into? I absolutely did not. I knew I was going to get on a plane and fly to Chicago. That's what I knew. Well, they said it was Chicago, but it wasn't even Chicago. It was Great Lakes. That's what it was. But they told us Chicago because they told us what they thought we were familiar with to decrease the fear, right? That's what we do, right? That's what people do. They tell you something familiar to decrease your fear. So I flew to Great Lakes, walked into a building I never knew about, never seen before, didn't know what they was gonna do to me, right? Never been, well, I've been away from my parents, but there was a lot of people there that never been away from their parents, never been away from their homes, and they took that great chance. And here I am 25 years later, 25 years later, doing this. And, and and I think I'm doing it rather well. But if I let fear, and there were people that put fear in my mind, if I let fear conquer me at that time, I would have never went to that MEP station or gone to that MEP station, raise my right hand and take that oath. You want to hear something funny? I'm gonna tell you something funny. There was a gentleman, and he probably gonna see this live. I don't know if he gonna know who I'm talking about, but he probably gonna see this live. There was a gentleman that told me how not smart I was for joining the military, right? Him and his brother. They told me, you joining the man, the uncle telling me all kinds of things. How unsmart I was for joining the military. I don't want to use the words that they use, but that wasn't the word they used. They used a more derogatory word. And about 7 years later, guess what they joined?
Join the military.
Joined the military. They sure did. Join the military and retiring in a couple years. But my point is, people would tell you, they would instill their fear in you and prevent you from doing something. But I don't listen to people because I march to my own drum beat. But they will instill their fear in you in order for you not to be great, for you not to be the greatest you. But it's up to you to step out on your own faith. if Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak had listened to all them people that told them they was crazy for their idea of this computer with that Apple on it, we wouldn't have iPhones today, and they wouldn't have been the richest computer makers next to Bill Gates, and him too, Bill Gates too. And if you read about Bill Gates, he would tell you how many people told him no before he got a yes. He said he asked 1,400 people, 1,400 people to believe in what he was about to create. So I don't make it a habit in listening to people. I don't make it a habit. I make it a habit into listening to my own intuition, my own spirit. I go and I go and pray and ask God to give me direction, because I'm not about to listen to what people say and keep them from preventing me from being great, because I did that while I was a child. I'm an adult now, and I'm definitely, if I'm a fail, I'm gonna fail on my own terms. I'm gonna fail because I made the decision, not because you made the decision. And then I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, if I would not have listened to so and so, because that's gonna make me feel more disappointed than anything. Is if I listen to somebody and then somebody else take the chance that I didn't want to take, and then they become great, and then I'm looking like, hey, if I ain't listen to this idiot that don't have nothing, by the way. Because usually the people that are telling you, they either not gonna help you be better, or they don't have nothing. The person that told me, was trying to tell me not to buy a house, never owned a house. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's great that you said that, because a lot of times, we turn to our family and friends and things like that for advice, and believe it or not, that's not always the best place to turn, right? And I'm not passing judgment on anybody, so please don't think that I'm passing judgment or I'm talking over anybody, because I'm not. I'm just an average dude, that was brought up in an average neighborhood, that decided to make a change, right? That decided to take my life into my hands, right? I don't blame my life on my situation prior to me being an adult, because once I was an adult, it's all on me, right? But our family and our friends, and this could be our parents, it could be our siblings, right? It could be our best friend that we've known since third grade, right? They aren't always the best people to turn to for advice, because they aren't the people that are where you're trying to be, right? There's this if you've ever read the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, one of the laws, and I believe it's the first one, is about lid, right? I can teach you everything that you know, but there's no way for me to teach you everything I know, right? Because there's certain assumptions that are going to be made. But if you want to be better than me or as good as me, you got to go talk to somebody else, right? You got to get yourself around the right people, right? And those people are the ones that are where you're trying to go, right? If you want to, if you want to go to the NBA or you want to go to the NFL, right? Playing in the park, that's fun, right? That's fun. If you go play, street ball or whatever, yeah, that's fun. You may get your skills up a little bit, but if you want the fundamental skills to actually get to the NBA, you got to go to those camps, right? You got to go and surround yourself with people that are better than you are in order for you to get better. So a lot of times our family and friends will talk us out of things because things that they don't understand. You can't advise me on how to get somewhere that you've never been. If you've got $1,000 in the bank, you can't tell me how to become a millionaire. It just doesn't work. If you knew how to become a millionaire, you would be a millionaire. That's just common sense, right? So, and that's one of the things that made me take this business seriously, was when I went to a live presentation and I was surrounded by people that were doing it, and these were average people, right? They were average people who took a chance on themselves, right? One thing I learned is that when you fill out a job application, you're asking somebody else to bet on you, right? And that is, and don't get me wrong, we need people out there in corporate America. We wouldn't be able to be where we are and survive as a country if we didn't have corporate America. But you're asking somebody else to bet on you when you have the ability to bet on yourself. a lot of us will put in all of this time to go to all of these schools and get all of this debt to go work for somebody who doesn't have a college degree. Sometimes high school dropouts, right? They're not any better than they're not any better than you are. They just decided to make a decision and bet on themselves. That's really it. So if you want to change your life, you got to get around the right people, right? It doesn't mean that you have to, it doesn't mean that you have to completely leave your circle, right? But you've got to separate yourself just a little bit so that you can get where you want to be, and then you turn around and you grab them and bring them with you. Okay, so now that 2020 is in the wraps, what does 2021 look like for you?
2021 looks like for me is like just like what it sounds like. Um, 2021, WON. Um, we're winning in this at the end of this year. That's what we would say. We have won this year, and I'm looking for greater things. So people, I know a lot of bad things has happened, but a lot of bad things happen every year, and I know suffer a lot of losses, but losses are also gains. At the end of the day, you learn from anything you lose. You learn, and I always tell people, I don't lose, I learn, and what I plan for this year is for more learning and a lot of winning. That's what I plan for this year. I plan for more increase because it's in God's will. Because at the end of the day, the question that we all should be asking ourselves is what are you doing for someone else besides yourself? And that's what I ask myself every day. Um, how can I be better and what am I doing for someone else?
Absolutely. So if you are out there and you're watching this video and you have some questions about how to improve your credit, or how to take advantage of this business opportunity and join the team. And I use the word team loosely because this is more of a family environment, where we don't hate on each other's successes. We want everybody to succeed. We encourage everybody to succeed, and you know, we cherish all victories, whether that be on the customer side or on the business partner side. If you are curious about, again, if you're curious about how to improve your credit, or about taking advantage of this opportunity, just comment info in the chat, and either Miss Barnett or myself will reach out to you, and share some information with you. So, Erica, if you don't mind, if you were to share one credit tip for free. Now, I normally wouldn't ask you to do this, right? But one credit tip for free, no charge. What would that be?
Well, number one is I always share credit tips for free. They're usually on my business page, or I will get on a live and share, or people just text me. So information is free, regardless, right? I'm gonna always share that because I like adding value to people. What I will share is understand how your credit score is calculated. That's what I would say. Understand how your credit score is calculated, not debt to income ratio, if you think it's that. But if you want to know how your credit score is calculated, and for the sake of time, I won't break it down right here. But if you want to know how your credit score is calculated, and this is no charge, you can inbox me and I will break it down for you. Or I'll send you my number and we can talk about it, and I can uh, share a few tips with you on how to trick the system. Just inbox me and you can get that how your credit score is calculated.
Okay. Okay. I really appreciate that. Now, what would you say to the people who who see who see the stuff that we post and on Instagram or our business page or even our personal page for that matter, and they automatically assume that they can't afford credit repair? What would you say to those people?
So what I would say is we can afford what we want to afford. Uh, we can afford to go do our nails, do our hair, gym memberships, all kind of things that we think is necessary for us to look good and feel good. So if you really want it, you can afford it. And if you can't afford it, seriously, um, you can give me a call and I can tell you how you can get these services for free. There are ways. So just inbox me on that too, and we can talk about that. Um, there are ways. This is the I'll tell you this service and our services are the cheapest way to get your credit repair legally because there are some people that will do it illegally for you and then it'll show up 6 months later. So um, just contact me through a text message or go to my business page, or you can go to my link tree is in my bio. You can go to my link tree and it has all my contact information, my website, everything.
Okay, okay, thank you for that. Do you have any departing words for everybody?
What I will say is thoughts are things. When you think something up, when you think about something, when a thought comes into your mind, you manifest that. So if you're manifesting failure from the beginning, then you already failed at whatever you're doing. So if somebody brings an idea to you and it failed, you spoke failure, then you already failed. Um, just remember, thoughts are things. Whatever we think will manifest. So always receive things, and this is beyond just business, credit repair, whatever. Beyond that, anything you receive, always receive it with an open and positive mind. Always receive it unless unless it's something negative, like somebody come and tell you that, hey, you're about to die. No, don't receive that. Tell them, I rebuke you, Satan, go back to hell where you came from. But anything positive, you want to always receive that with a positive and open outlook. If someone is giving you, bringing you something positive, always receive it and say, "Oh yeah, I could be successful at anything I put my mind to." Now the question is, do I want to do it? That is the question, and that's what you have to be honest with. If someone's bringing you something and you don't want to do it, just say, "I don't want to do it." No, I don't want to do that. That's what I do when people call me, telemarketers or whatever. People that want to change my windows, I already got changed. No, I'm not interested. I don't want to do it. The vacation people that always call, no, take me off your call list. I am honest up front. Just be honest up front. I don't want to do it. Don't say I don't think I can do it. Just thought to think. You can do anything you put your mind to.
Absolutely, absolutely. In the words of one of our mentors, Mr. Joe Gathens, he says, "You got to see that thing before you see that thing." Right? But you got to claim it, right? So I want to close out to everybody before I shout out everybody and say our goodbyes. I want to tell everybody that the only prerequisites to be successful in this business is you got to be willing, you got to be coachable, and you got to be hungry, right? You have to say, okay, I am ready to bet on me. Okay, then you have to say, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Please show me, right? Show me how to succeed. Show me how to get where you got. And then you have to be hungry, right? That's your why, right? Is it really that important to you? Right? For some of us, that why might be because, we came from a certain background and we don't want our children to get there, or we don't ever have to worry about ourselves having to, go through that again. Right? Whatever your why is you gotta believe in it, and you have to make that why a real priority in your life. One thing about change is if you don't, nothing will. Right? I hope you caught that. It might have went over somebody's head, right? But if you don't change, nothing will change. I promise you that. Okay? If you want things to be better for you, you've got to go out there and you've got to take the initiative and you got to go do it. Right? Because let me tell you, your fan club, they not getting you nowhere. They really aren't, right? You got to get around the right people. Okay, no matter which way you decide to go in 2021, or which direction, I hope that you make a decision that's gonna help you, not just today, right? You can't fix yesterday, but I don't care about you fixing today. I care about you fixing what you're gonna look like next month, right? Next quarter, next year, next decade, right? It's time to break generational curses, right? It's time to break generational curses. Every year, I talk to people, and I'm going to get started on Friday, and Friday never comes. I'm going to get started, after the holidays. Well, you know what? Christmas was a week ago, right? And today's Friday. Most people in America got paid today, even in the military. Okay, so you got the money. Okay, all you got to do is make a decision. That's it, right? And the decision needs to be made today. It's the first of the year. Okay, the decisions that you make today will set you on the right path for 2021. If you put it off for tomorrow or next week, then you're going to say, well, I'll get started when my taxes come. Well, let me tell you about that, right? Loan me some money, I'll pay you back when my taxes come, right? We all know how that goes, right? Taxes come now, you can't find that person, right? If you're going to get started now, right? And maybe you don't have it today, which, some people may not. If you don't have it today, still inbox us. There's things that we can do to help you, right? Inbox us, comment info, and we will get back to you. Okay, that's it. I want to give a shout out to our team, our business partners, Visionary Pathfinders, the rest of the team and money team, our mentors and our pioneership and goal getters and the Alliance, Financial Leaders of America, everybody who has helped me and my team get to where we are and will get to where we're going. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's make 2021 one that everybody will remember. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. We love y'all. Peace.